Hey, this is a paid request for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, commentaries, reactions, reviews, topics, lists, what have you, you just send either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under this video. Godforsaken is the name of this. It's a found footage film from 2022. Takes place in Ontario. Yeah, Ontario, where ultimately you have these three people as part of this film crew. Our lead is a guy who used to live there. One is a guy named Dom, and that Fast and Furious, Dom. And one is this female former PA. I think her name was Katie. And the three of them are investigating this weird event where there was a funeral, and the woman dead, Lisa, she came back to life. Freaked everyone else. Everyone else freaked them the fuck out, ran off. They don't know where she's at. They search for her. She then gets found and is living in the basement of a friend of his, Chris, who's a guy in a wheelchair, trying to find out this girl can do miracles. So Chris, his buddy, can walk again. This kid sick is healthy again. This girl had a thing on her face. It's gone. And that bit was interesting, the whole miracles and people believing in it, and then people wanting to worship as a god, a deity, and there's people questioning, well, is this what's going on here? That was interesting. I think that could have been taken into a lot of cool directions, whether about what's faith, but can you have too much faith where it's blinding and it can cause violence? And you could have, like, maybe, God works in mysterious ways. It could be, yes, this figure seems a bit off and freaked out. Yes, it does feed on cats, which I'm like, I already saw that in a Resident Evil episode of the Netflix show, someone eating cats. Stop eating the cats. You want to eat a pussy? There's a different pussy to eat. Eat that instead. But you say, well, we eat cows, we eat this and that. And maybe you think it's evil, but it means well. It's the people around her where they abuse it. They abuse the miracle stuff. They take it too far in their worship. Worship, okay, it's fine, but then there are people that take it too far and go the extreme. That you go in that direction, where our lead characters think this person's a monster or the devil or a demon, but it's not. It means well. It's just some people go overzealous in their worship and go overboard. Or there could be other directions you'd go in. I mean, there's a bit in the film where the filmmaker says he had a dream when around the time his dad passed away, and his dad told him he's going to be a filmmaker. And then the mom had said she had a similar dream. I'm like, okay, that's going to come into play. Maybe, oh, this is fate that you guys are here. No, that never comes back into play, so I don't know why they even brought that up in the first place. And from the beginning I knew something was off, because why is our lead guy filming a funeral? I know he's a filmmaker. Being a filmmaker doesn't mean you film a fucking funeral and put the camera in people's faces. It even told to shut it off and he doesn't. So automatically it makes me not like this lead guy. Just an asshole. And the other two, they're fine. I mean, they play pranks on each other and stuff, but they're fine. I mean, I've seen much, much worse, because I've seen over 100 found footage films. Trust me, I've seen much worse. Blackwater Vampire, Unaware, Alien Origin, Bigfoot County. I've seen much worse. And it's a bit slow to get started. When it gets in the middle, and then the miracle stuff is happening, and the worship, and like the lead guy's mom, she works at the church, and she knows there's less and less people going to church, and she's like not sure about this. Again, that could lead to an interesting, okay, a mom and son teaming up. That'd be different. And either the movie thinks they're on the wrong, but they're really in the right, or you think this is a demon, but there's something else going on. It's the people that are the real, the overzealous. I'm fumbling my words because I'm thinking of all these directions in my head. And it shits the bed because it just goes in the most typical, predictable finale. Although I do like the bit where one of the three filmmakers, they go see this girl in the basement, and they see her, and the guy goes, "Nope, fuck that shit," and leaves. If he got in a car and left the movie, I would have said that the Dom guy was the best character. Sadly, that didn't happen. Spoiler alert for those spoilers. What happens is the mom goes in, confronts this Lisa character in the basement. Something happens. Now the mom's gone loco crazy. Ali tears pissed, confronts Chris, the guy who's no longer in a wheelchair anymore. Confronts him, but then really doesn't do anything. The son tries to comfort the mom, help her out. Dom goes to see Chris again and finds Chris's parents dead, and Chris has a gun. And he's talking like the Joker, like Caesar, like the 1960s Adam West Batman, that type of Joker. He's talking like that. Caesar Romero, talking like that, being very over the top and silly. And then you find out that the people who got touched, you know something bad's going to happen. In this case, there's a mass suicide. But then they come back as zombies, including the mom of the lead, and they come back as zombies, and they chase our three. They go to the cops, but you know they're fucked. They go to a movie theater. Literally, Night of the Living Dead is playing in the theater. They make stupid decisions. They're in the theater. They see a person hunched, and the guy goes, "Hello?" And then they get attacked. What do you think? You had a video camera with a goddamn light on. If the guy wanted to say anything, they would have said something. This is a camera. There's going to be some lights on a fucking camera. It just becomes a typical thing, man. People doing stupid stuff. Shaky cam. Camera glitching out to hide certain things. If you want to see a movie where a religious cult, mass suicide, come back as zombies, and found footage, they already did that. It's called VHS2. It was a segment called Safe Haven. It was two directors. One of them was the guy who did The Raid Redemption. And they had a cult, suicide, mass suicide, come back as zombies. Other crazy shit happens. So VHS2 already beat you to it, Godforsaken. I'm sorry. They did a much shorter time, much faster paced, much more crazy shit happening, and much more interesting ending. Because it makes you wonder what's going to happen next. This, like I say, just the typical route. I'm sitting there going, really, man? I guess I should have guessed it. I mean, I've seen enough of these movies. And people may go, well, you just don't like found footage. It depends. I think the original Blair Witch Project did that and did that the best. But also, I love As Above, So Below. I really like The Tunnel. I really like Digging Up the Marrow. I like Butterfly Kisses. What was it? Exists. I like that one. Their Watching was kind of funny and had a pretty fun, crazy ending to that. There's a pretty decent amount. Either fake documentaries like Population Zero or what was that one? Savage Land. I liked that one quite a bit. So like I say, it depends. It helps though when there's so goddamn many. Okay, they try to do something maybe a little bit interesting in the middle, but the end it just that build up doesn't have much of a payoff. The payoff could go in so many interesting directions, and instead they're like, well, everybody dies. That's not really a spoiler, it's predictable. And again, the zombies, and they did the one location. This weird bit where the lead guy has the camera, and there's his buddy Chris, who's now a zombie, and does a fucking Babe Ruth on the girl Katie, hits her like 4 or 5 times, and the lead doesn't do shit. He just stands there and watches with the camera. I'm like, dude, after the first one, you throw the camera in the guy's face or you tackle him. But no, he sets the camera down slowly, goes, hey, 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 and then tackles him. I'm like, yeah, what a fucking pro status quo. What a fucking chivalry of bravery. Now you tackle the guy. Not when the girl had her fucking head used as a baseball 4 times or so. So, yeah, this was just really lame. Let's say the acting, I've seen much worse. I didn't mind the lady who played the mom of the lead. I didn't mind her. I didn't Dom and Katie, the 2 friends helping out our lead. Didn't mind them. The whole thing with the miracles, I did an interesting middle, but can't really talk about the production because it's just like another found footage movie, production wise. You'd hope that this mystery of this power, just a demon. It's evil. Just predictable, typical. Guess how it ends. If you guess it ends with a character being dragged away and dying, you win a cookie. Oh great, like a bunch of other found footage films where, and they're dragged away and dead. I wish the creativity in the middle was put upon to the third act. And fuck, if I want to see a balls to the wall crazy finale, go watch one called was it Evidence? I think it was called Evidence. And there's a couple of movies called Evidence, so you gotta pick and choose. I forget what year it came out, but there's a found footage movie called Evidence. That has a crazy finale, if you want that. But again, As Above, So Below, I think is really good, really enjoyable. That's an underrated one. The Tunnel, I still think, is one of the better ones. Anyway, this... pretty much it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.